Green flag is in the air. We're racing at the Glen. Gibbs hard into turn number 1. He has the advantage as they go through 1, and now some off track headed up to turn number 2.
Ty Gibbs trying to get away, and it's Justin Allgaier slips through and by Daniel Hemrick for second. Hemrick will fall to third. You've got Kyle Busch right there in fourth. They snake their way through turns 3 and 4, and now race their way up the backstretch for the very first time.
Good tight racing there for third. Kyle Busch looks a little bit offline, not going to make a pass here. First lap of the race. Good veteran move there to be patient as everybody comes through the chicane. A lot of cars back in the back half of the field, already bringing a lot of dirt onto the racetrack, trying to run side by side all the way through the bus stop.
See right here, riding along with Parker Kligerman, trying to get that right side against that curb. This road that Parker was in was caught a break. The whole road moved forward because the second qualifier Bowman, the fourth qualifier Custer had to go to the back. So that whole road that they were in moved forward 2 spots.
Out of turn number 7 is Ty Gibbs with the advantage, but he has not been able to pull away from Allgaier. Allgaier has stayed right in his tire tracks. As a dicing for position, Riley Herbst moves to the way inside, 3 wide as they go to turn 1.
John Hunter Nemechek's going to jam it into the bottom of Riley Herbst. Side by side out of 1, they will race. Herbst now goes to the escape action, but they stay side by side into 2. That's very rare here at Watkins Glen. You want to be single file the essence. Nobody giving an inch. John Hunter Nemechek has to. Austin Hill in the 21. He'll race side by side with John Hunter. That's out of turn 4.
And all of that momentum that John Hunter lost, he's going to lose positions. All the cars coming from behind till we finally get to this part of the racetrack. We're able to fall in line. We got a car going around in the chicane here. Looks like the 6th car. Brendan Poole's been turned around. Some contact through the middle of the chicane.
Junior's talked about it, side by side in that inner loop. It's hard to go through there by yourself, much less side by side.
While at the same time, Daniel Hemrick in the 11th, backsliding just a tad. You got Jeremy Clements in the 51, 3 wide action up the backstretch.
As these drivers go through the bus stop right here, the problem is the track is dirty from all sorts of cars going off track. We got another car spun around. 2 cars off in the middle of the bus stop. Looks like this, oh, it's a 16 there, Smith. It's going to cost him many spots. And then, oh, the 51, the right front tire flat on Clement's car. Just so many ways to have issues in this particular part of the racetrack. Let's take a look at the replay and see what happened. Yeah, Clements thinks that he's clear on the inside and he moves down. Just some contact. Oh, he already had the flat tire, misses the corner entirely. That was just a lot going on there. And then look how dirty this racetrack is. All of the grass. You can't run off line here. You're gonna have problems, lose a lot of traction.
Well, he has been quiet, and the only real conversation has been his crew chief, Jason Ratcliffe, telling him, when your lead gets to 3 seconds, start to save me some fuel, so our fuel stop will be just a little bit shorter when we have to fill it up. Well, Ty did that. His rhythm and his lap times are so good, the gap has continued to grow now to almost 4 seconds.
Yeah, and you mentioned, you know, not a lot of contact right here with Herbst and Creed. Still contact, banging into each other in turn 6. Creed has the preferred spot. Getting into turn 7.
As they come out of 7, Creed sliding up into Herbst, almost into the wall as they come off of 7. A drag race down the front stretch again. We'll see who has advantage when they go into turn number 1. It looks like the 2 of Creed is going to outbreak the 98 of Herbst, but they've got the 00 of Custer right behind them.
As the race for the 7th spot, Creed will slide through. He'll grab 7th. Now they're side by side for 8th right there. You've got Cole Custer. You've also got the Riley Herbst car, the 00 and the 98 stacked up there. They will thin this battle down. That was some hold your breath racing coming out of turn number 1. Sheldon Creed's been able to capitalize.
The 98 of Herbst and the 48 of Clinton are both Cole Custer fans right now. Get underneath him, take that point away.
And already Gibbs is on the final lap as these guys are crossing the start-finish line. They're now on the final lap of stage 1. But again, there won't be a break It will just end, and the top 10 will earn stage points as this continues to heat up. Custer able to clear Creed. They've got a half a lap lead over the gentleman we were just talking about. They were running in 10th and 11th. So Ty Gibbs is grabbing his 4th stage win of 2023. As we see this battle continuing to heat up. Creed just in front of Herbst. Creed able to stay in front of Custer as well as they cross the stripe.
We just saw Custer go by both of these cars. He's back behind him again because he missed the carousel the last time by. Now that's put him in a position where, as the faster car, having to do all this work over again. So we're watching both cars. Top of the screen just gets loose. That was very, very close to spinning the car out and ending up at the tire barrier. So a great save.
See Alex Bowman in the 17, first to pit. Oh, the yellow out. Huge break for the 17 of Bowman. A huge break for the 16 of Smith, Dylan.
Well, and this is exactly what these guys needed as we see the stop car over there. The 17 crew needed some help on the strategy, and I think they just got it.
Oh, wow. What happened there with a 92?
Josh Williams, severe and extensive damage to the front of this car. So they put the caution back out, lights back on the pace car.
Somebody just wasn't paying attention, but let's take a look here. Yeah, so as these cars are all trying to catch back up with the field, there's another sort of, domino effect that's causing that issue. And if you're not really paying attention, you're going to run into the front of the car in front of you.
On the inside in the 17, Bowman. And the 19 of Gibbs charging into turn number 1 on the outside. And he is going to take the advantage as they go into turn 2.
Wow, what a power move by Ty Gibbs around the outside of Alex Bowman. He will go to the lead.
Into the bus stall, beating and banging right there. Way offline. Sammy Smith's going to give up a couple spots, at least one there. You can give Sam Mayer the foul. Man, somebody hits one of the banners back there. Kaz Gralla knocked one of the Go Bowling banners up in the air. That's laying out on the racetrack right now. I think it'll be okay. All kinds of stuff happening back here.
You think it'll be okay? He hit a banner and it's in the middle of the racetrack. What are you talking about?
Ain't gonna bother nothing. Leave it there. It's fine.
Well, NASCAR decided that it might not be okay. So
I don't think it's the banner as much as whatever the sandbag or whatever it is that holds the banner in place. You're going to see right here, Gralla sideways, and then he corrects to the left, and this is where he decides to pierce the grass, filling the grill, and then here it goes, advertising at its finest.
That's a 710 pickup right there.
So, yes. No, he missed it. He only got one pin. There was 2 signs. He only hit one.
Okay.
Look at this replay right here. Was there contact? Remember, Sammy Smith and Kaz Gralla were upset at each other earlier. Looks like Gralla goes to turn, and Sammy Smith is there, and contact is made. And that sends Gralla through the grass and knocking pins over. He's a pretty good bowler.
Into turn number 1. He's got a half a car length, and the fight for second is on. Allgaier to the inside of Bowman.
Alex Bowman just trying to hang on to that second spot, and he will not be able to in turn 2, but he's got lane choice for turn 3. Oh, and he's got to fall in right in line behind Allgaier. Almost clipped Allgaier in the middle of turn 4. That's the battle for second, stacking up into the interlude.
The 21's right there. He's going to think better of looking to the inside. Good side-by-side battles behind them for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. A lot of dirt on the racetrack, a lot of contact here. Car's trying to figure it out. The 2 and the 98 still going at it. A lot of hip checks right there. Parker Klingerman and Creed swapping a little paint.
Tire smoke. I think this is a separate issue than the transmission. I'm not sure if they're connected. But either way, you see big issues for the 98. Marty.
Yeah, Steve, it is a separate issue. They had the transmission issue all day long that Riley Herbst fought through, and then this track bar issue. Now you can see him, he can barely get a lap in on the track to get back to the garage area as Ty Gibbs flashes by to be able to win this stage. They were at the point when they had this issue, plus 40 above the cut line in ninth spot. Day over for Riley Herbst.
Day over for Riley Herbst. He'll take it to the garage as Ty Gibbs wins stage 2, so he sweeps the stages. Third caution of the day has come out. It's for Max McLaughlin here as we see so much damage to the 96. And take a look at why it happened.
up ahead. It just looks like either rear wheel lockup or wheel hop. You see pretty heavy contact, just some sort of an issue, either mechanical issue or just overdrove the entry.
Kyle Weatherman stayed out on the racetrack. That's why you see the 4 up here on the front row with Hill. And green flag back in the air. Look at Ty Gibbs in the 19. Makes it 3 wide as they go to turn number 1. A little contact there. Gibbs, can he clear the 21 of Hill? He does.
And he will reassume the lead. Austin Hill, after dealing with Kyle Weatherman, will fall in second. You see that first side-by-side battle. That is for the number 3 position.
So we can't really save enough fuel to make it through. It's going to take caution. So, well, at this point, no, it's not going to happen. But at this point, it'd be better to save tires and fuel. So, yes, still saving would be a plus.
But can't save enough.
Well, can't save enough, and it's really hard to save enough when you run roughly, 3 or 4 tenths of a second faster than everyone else. Well, these 2 drivers here, they look like they're so close because they are playing cat and mouse. They are just backing up, making sure they save gas. I'm shocked if Gibbs isn't saving gas because he all of a sudden isn't the fastest car on the racetrack. And to circle back to the conversation of Nemechek, we wondered about his pace. Well, he has been roughly 1 second off the leaders since coming back out on the track behind traffic, as you see Custer and Bowman. Oh, well, this is
tagged it, and they both go around synchronized spins in turn 1, and Custer gets it going again, as did Bowman.
Right now, we were supposed to be saving gas. What were y'all doing?
Cole tried 2 laps in a row to make this pass. Look how far back he comes. He's out of control right here. Look at the car moving around. But the 17 moved down on him as well. So now here's Custer in the grass.
Yeah, trouble in turn number 3 for Cole Custer. He's off in the grass. He spun around. He's facing the other way. He's trying to get the car going.
Ty Gibbs just completing service. Fuel only for the 19. Jason Ratcliffe, the crew chief, said, do not speed on pit entry or pit exit right here.
So what the 19 did was run as hard as he can, gap it as many as he can, came down, splash of gas, probably less than 30 seconds on pit road. Now as he leaves pit road, we're going to see where he blends around other cars. So there's Sheldon Creed right in front of him. Sheldon Creed is the 5th place car. So think about this. Ty Gibbs had such a big lead. He came in. He now has enough gas to make it. So now he can run as hard as he can run while everyone in front of him tries to save enough gas to make it to the end.
31 car round into the gravel right in front of me. He may be stuck in it. He came in here sideways.
He's stuck. He's stuck.
Yeah, he lost control and got into it backwards, sideways, and now he just got mired in that gravel.
That's Parker Retzlaff, and the caution comes out. There'll be a restart.
Fill it up with gas and make sure you're okay. There you go. Bowman, a bunch of guys are coming. Brandon Jones, as I mentioned, Parker. They're going to assure they're okay on fuel and get perhaps some fresh tires. You see a lot of takers on pit road.
Back up through the gears. All the way to the wall was the 19 of Gibbs. They're 4 wide into turn 1. The 7 of Allgaier goes way wide. Gibbs comes out, and he's side-by-side for the lead.
Side-by-side into turn number 2. Everybody rooting and gouging for every bit of real estate they can find. Ty Gibbs, Sam Mayer make contact. Mayer hits the Armco. Gibbs is away with the lead. That's going to bottle up everybody from second on back.
We saw the 10 car of Kyle Busch. We got a crash almost. What a great save. I thought that was a wreck for sure. Kaz Grala gets it under control. Lots of contact. Cars coming through. Oh, the 7's around in front of the field. A lot of cars piling in. Big damage. The 20, the 9 car, the 26. Bowman in the 17 spun out. Foam everywhere.
And here comes the 21 up through. And then this is the save Dale Jr. talked about. Look at this, Dale. Tank slapping on the middle of the straightaway at 170 miles an hour.
Yeah, he gets into the corner, but here's where Allgaier gets in trouble. Coming out of here, he just gets a little clip. Just hard, tight racing, exiting the bus stop. And then all the cars come piling in.
Ty Gibbs back into the gas. Austin Hill on his outside. Gibbs into turn 1, contact made. He's tagged. Mayer gets into the back of him and around he goes. Hill also collected in it. They spin around. So far we stay green. We'll see if they keep going.
And it's Sheldon Creed that will take the lead in turn 2. Sam Mayer to second. Josh Berry to into third. Sheldon Creed trying to make it back to the white flag as Sam Mayer has damage on that Chevrolet.
Yeah, a lot of tire smoke. You have to wonder if that car can get to the finish line. Creed out front, though. What a huge, huge day this would be for this 2-car, and what a big, big change it would do to the points around the bubble. That battle, Creed has been a part of it. He gets loose right there. There's a lot of fluid on the racetrack. The 8-car is spinning out. A lot of debris and fluid down there in the carousel. Cars struggling to get through it.
Speedy drive also down here in turn 6. See Creed driving into the corner. He's free. The one of Mayer is right there with him.
Overtime, presented by Credit One, and now side by side for the lead. Creed misses turn 7, and around him goes Mayer. Mayer out in front, and they're spinning behind him as the white flag comes out.
Yeah, Sam Mayer knows how slick the racetrack is. It wasn't completely clean from that oil on track, but you cannot get into turn 6 too easy and let the 2 of Creed get near you. He gets through there, coming to 7.
He has saved fuel maybe better than anyone at the Glen. Sam Mayer comes out of turn number 7. Does he have enough to get to the checkered flag? Creed is going to finish second. Mayer's going to win at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, boys. Good stuff. So smart. So smart. Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.